Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have always loved science fiction TV shows and movies, and sci-fi that included time travel, well, that was even better. And so when Quantum Leap debuted in 1989, I was hooked.
What if you woke up in a different place, a different time, to a different life?
Oh, boy.
What if you looked in the mirror and it wasn't you?
I'd like to wake up now.
What if you were Dr. Sam Beckett?
You're part of a time travel experiment that went a little caca.
He's stuck in the past living lives that aren't his.
I'm in a real identity crisis here.
And to get back home, he's got to help the people he meets and correct some mistakes of his own.
Dad, please don't hang up.
A world premiere movie, Quantum Leap, tonight.
Yep, that's the show I'm talking about. It starred Scott Bakula as Dr. Samuel Beckett, a physicist who ends up stuck leaping around throughout time as part of an experiment in time travel. This time travel takes place by temporarily taking the place of various people throughout history too, as the show's introduction would say, to put right what once went wrong, hoping each time that his next leap will be the leap home. Now what a great concept for a TV show, right? Now, here are 5 things you probably didn't know about Quantum Leap. First, the origins to Quantum Leap go back to Battlestar Galactica. Donald Belisario, who co-wrote and co-produced Battlestar Galactica, well, he had aspirations to make an anthology television series, and he knew that those types of shows just weren't popular with the networks. So his idea was to make a show based on time travel with just 1 or 2 consistent characters that audiences could fall in love with, and to have those characters travel back in time. He initially wanted to use the idea for Galactica 1980, which also was initially going to be centered around time travel. However, the studios interfered and the whole time travel concept was abandoned. Second, screen legend Dennis Hopper told Dean Stockwell that he shouldn't take on the role of Al in Quantum Leap. He stated that he shouldn't do television so soon after being nominated for an Academy Award, which he had just received a nomination for based on his performance in the Jonathan Demme film Married to the Mob. Thankfully, he ignored that advice and took on the role in Quantum Leap, for which he would soon go on to be nominated for 4 Emmys and 4 Golden Globes, one of which he won. Third, Scott Bakula would ad-lib the line, "Oh boy," during the making of the first episode, and the producer liked it so much that they decided to incorporate that line into every episode that followed. It would end up being the catchphrase at the end of each subsequent episode, as Sam Beckett would find himself transported through time and appearing in a new body. Fourth, after the series had ended, Dean Stockwell went on to say that he offered up the idea that Al would always have a cigar, with the hopes of getting himself free cigars. It worked, as throughout the series you seldom see Al without a cigar in hand. Fifth, although Quantum Leap had developed quite the cult following, ratings hadn't always been as high as the network would hope. The show had almost been canceled after the 3rd season, but due to a letter-writing campaign by fans, it narrowly avoided cancellation. However, as ratings continued to decline, the network asked Belisario to write the final episode so that it could work as either a cliffhanger ending, so that the show could get renewed, but also serve as a series end. After Belisario submitted his script to NBC, they assured him and the cast and crew that the series would be renewed for a 6th season. However, the network later changed its mind and ultimately canceled the show after all. Thus, Sam Beckett never leaps back home into his own body. Now, interestingly, both Scott Bakula and Donald Belisario have spoken out, stating their dissatisfaction with the final episode of Quantum Leap. I feel that had they truly believed it would have been the final episode, a different script would have been written. Now here's a picture of Dean Stockwell and Scott Bakula from 2014. I've got to say, it's really cool to see these guys hanging out together. Scott Bakula has talked about the potential revival of the show, not a reboot, but a possible continuation. I, for one, would love to see it. What about you? Did you already know most of these facts about Quantum Leap? What did you think about the show? Did you have a favorite episode? And what do you think about a potential revival of the series? I really look forward to reading your comments. Also, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel, where I talk about movies, television shows, and music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. As always, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there and have a great day.